Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So I'm coming to you with the video as promised instead of typing a long message. Um, y'all let me know if y'all like these videos better. But today I want to discuss relocations. Um, I am a relocation professional certified, so I've gone through the formal training, got the certification. Plus, I have a lot of personal experience with relocating as I've moved around my whole life a lot. Then moved around again for 18 years in the military. So I know a little bit about moving and establishing a home in a new state, new city. I've got a little bit of experience. But yeah, so the majority of my clients are relocations, moving from other states or the cities, even other countries. So I help facilitate that. I help with the smooth transition. I help you get settled in with resources and everything you need to, make this home. So that is what I do amongst all of the things that I do as a relocation specialist. A tour guide is not one of them. So I often get calls and emails and texts from people. Hey, Angie, I found you on Facebook, or a friend of mine told me about you. I'm moving from California, thinking about moving to Texas, but I don't know what city yet. I haven't decided between Dallas and Houston. If I come to Houston, I want to plan a trip there. If I come, will you show me around? No. That's not what I do. I'm not a tour guide. Before I even meet you here, there's a few things that we need to take care of. Houston is the fourth largest city in the U.S. Facts. It's not a small town. It's not, you just get in your car and just start driving and look around. Houston is way too big for that. I can drive an hour and a half away and still be in Houston. So no, I don't just get in just to go sightsee. What it takes to relocate, let me tell you, employment is the very first thing that you have to establish before purchasing a house here. Now, of course, there's different categories of employment. You got your self-employed. As long as you've had the business, you filed your taxes for the 2 years already, and you're able to still run that business from here, it works. If you are self-employed, if you work remote, as long as the lender would be able to verify that you're going to continue working remote and that your pay isn't changing when you get here, your job is allowing you to relocate, then that works. That's actually the easiest way to get approved if you work remote. If you're W-2 or hourly, if you're W-2, we'll need a job transfer letter if you're going to be transferring jobs, or a job offer letter if you're going to be getting a whole new job here. That's first things first, because and that's for two reasons. One is because if you're working here, that's going to prove that this will be your primary resident. There is a difference between purchasing a primary resident and an investment property. Two totally separate processes, two totally separate requirements. So if this is going to be a house that you're living in, you have to prove employment here, because if you work here, you live here. And the second reason why you need the job first is because the lender needs to know how much you're going to be making, what's going to be your income. That helps us figure out what you qualify for. Now, what you can't do is, and what a lot of people make the mistake of doing is, okay, well, I live in California and I make $150,000 a year here, so I want a $500,000 house in Texas. Well, if you live there, you work there, and it's not a remote job, you go into the office every day. When you move here, you're not going to be working there no more. That's not going to be your income anymore. So the lender is not going to use that income. You have to have employment here, so we know how much you're going to be making here, and then they determine how much you know, can afford here. So whatever you're making where you're at now, don't do it. It's not going to work. There are some lenders that will do it, and I've seen it, and that's going to mess you up, because if you get a pre-qualification or a pre-approval with your current income where you are, then you move here and you end up making half that amount, guess what? You no longer qualify for that loan. So yeah, don't put the cart before the horse. Find out what you'll be making here first. Get your pre-approval. Once you have your pre-approval and we determine you know, what price points you want to stay at within that approval amount, then that's when I start running searches for you. Running searches for you is me working, and I don't work for anybody until I know what you qualify for. I'm not going to sit here and spend time running searches for you, and I don't even know what price point, you know, to search in. So pre-approval first, or second, job first. Then once you get ready to come here, if you're coming, I am going to work an itinerary. I'm going to have listings and showings already lined up for us. That way we're not just, you know, we wake up and what do we feel like doing? Where do we feel like going today? I'm sorry, I don't know if it's the military in me, but I don't like chaos. I need things in order. So yes, we will have an itinerary. We're going to know where we're going this day, where we're going that day, the next day. And that's how we'll find your house. So, and that's if you come. If you don't come, then, you know, I'm going to be going out and looking at all the houses for you, doing pictures, doing videos, and you can, you know, make your decision based off of that. But yeah, I don't show anybody around the city. Houston is too big for that. If you think that you can come here and just wake up and go find a house and you've never been here before, good luck. You're going to feel like a tiny fish in a big sea. Houston is the 4th largest city in the U.S. So all that coming out here without a plan type stuff, it's going to drive you nuts. Before I moved here, I took a trip out here for 4 days, and I still didn't get to see everything. Houston is no joke. It's a lot of driving. Everything is so spread out. So you want to have an itinerary. We don't want to just be driving around not knowing what we're looking for. I don't work like that. So it's very possible to buy a house from another state, even without coming here. We can do the whole process without you being here. If you want to be here for the experience, come on. Even closing, you can close from where you are. You don't even have to come out here for that. What the title company does is they package up all your documents, a stack about that thick, and they find a mobile notary in your area, wherever you are, send that package to them. You schedule a time and a place with them where you can meet them to sign your closing documents, and then they get it back to the title company here, and you closed. Now, it's, you know, you miss the experience of, you know, your pictures and all of that, because at that point it's like, okay, I just literally bought a house in Starbucks. But if you can't make it out here, you can't make it. So, but at least you still get to close on time. If you do get to come out here, it's fun. I love closing. But yes, it's very, very possible to buy a house from anywhere. So as long as you have a job here, if it's supposed to be your primary residence, it works. So if anybody has any other questions about relocations, please don't feel you know, ashamed to ask. If you don't know, you don't know. So please, please don't be ashamed to ask me your questions. I'm happy to help. And I hope you guys understand why I have my process in place now. Hope you got a better idea of, you know, how relocations work. Any questions, again, let me know. Thank you.